Hello, welcome to The Truth That Saves a Nation. Yes, we are in a nation and we need just one truth that will save this nation. And so many people will ask, what is that truth? Just stay tuned and you get to know. Okay? Now, my name is AA, like I would always say, and here with me is KI. And this day, we have a very special topic for you. So all I want you to do is take a listen, digest it very well, and be part of it. And what is the topic? If 10% of the annual budget of an organization, government, or family is not on associated insurances, then that budget is sure to fail. Audit past executed budgets and see results for clarity. Now, this is the topic. Like I said earlier, just keep a listening ear so that you'll understand it and digest it better. KI.
It has become a popular topic discussing tithes. Tithe. When everybody continues to hear this language, tithe, everybody knows that the second name for tithe is 10%. And the second name for 10% is prove me herewith if I will not rebuke devourer, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour you wealth that you will not be able to contain. When you don't pay the tithe, you are a robber. You have robbed in tithe and offering. Spiritual aspect. Now, when we look at the physical aspect, when divinity created man, he created in man the capacity to manifest different forms of divinity. God creates man. Give this one capacity to solve my problem. Give me capacity to solve her problem. And that is why God exists. And all of us coming together is God. That is why you have place of worship where we come together. A place of worship should not have been a place to begin to cry. It should have been a place to come to thank. Worship simply means returning all thanks to who have empowered you with different types of gift of solution. You don't understand this? When you are doing a different business, I am doing a different business, and you are doing a different business, and all of us brought out the 10% of all we are doing in our business and saved it together, in case any one of us suffers any misfortune, and you bring it to solve that person's problem. That was what happens in the book of Acts of Apostles. How they brought together what they have in common and gave according to need. I am speaking a language that we need to understand now. If every government, you know one problem, the worst and the most failure key of Nigeria is the family. The family have failed this country. It is difficult to find any family that has a budget for the year. It is difficult to have a husband and wife, papa, mama, pikin, that sat down in December of last year to plan the budget of next year.
Do you know why?
Our house rent will end so time. Our school fees for the year is this. Our medical bill, this is our budget. And our agricultural investment is this. Our business investment, clothing, and every other thing. No family. Almost all the families in Nigeria do not have a budget. Tell me why.
I think it's because of, it was talking earlier, but because of the inconsistency in prices now, people no longer do budget, because once you do this budget, it doesn't work.
You don't understand. Budget must be futuristic.
Yes, I know.
Now, the only way to do a successful budget is consider the past, the present, use it to judge what the future will look like. You may, because of price inconsistency, the price inconsistency does not mean that the price goes down. Nothing goes down again in Nigeria. Anything that goes up remains to continuously go up. So all you need to do is look at the percentage of increment you must put. If your house rent was 1 million last year, you may be budgeting for 1.4. Are you getting me? Now, if you have a budget, you would have known now that the budget of all the households, the families, would have been the true budget of Nigeria. Number one. And what is budget? This is what I am prepared to make as income next year. And this is what I am prepared to spend from the income I made. You can't be spending more than you are prepared to make. And you can't equally spend more than you have made. If you spend more in the first 3 months, you must work hard in the next 3 months, which is the second quarter, to make sure that you don't spend more, but you earn more. Are you getting me?
You try to make it up.
Yes. Now, one of the problems a budget will always face is not planning for failures. Failures could come in form of disappointments, accidents, delays, damages, death, sickness, and every other destruction, whether natural disaster. Now, even when you're making your provision for budget, everybody must have had that language, miscellaneous. You have had it before, yes or no?
Yes, very well.
Now, when you are planning for budget and you're looking at miscellaneous, if you could recognize miscellaneous, and no budget has ever recognized insurance in Nigeria, whether family, whether hospitals, whether churches, whether government. Hey! Have you seen the level of
Ignorance.
emptiness?
No. I think it's because insurance is not, the knowledge is not
known
in Nigeria.
The knowledge is not embraced by everybody, and it's not known.
Yes.
It's because nobody has shared it. Okay, opportunity don't come. Can you now learn? After talking like somebody who is in the wilderness with a very loud voice, will this be told again that the knowledge is not known?
No.
If you hear it, share it. If you hear it, share it. Now look at what I'm saying. Imagine where Nigerians' budget, I did not say Nigeria as a country, Nigerians' budget individually came to a total of 44 trillion, for instance. And the federal government, looking at that, equally now brought in the global budget, the national budget, to 100 trillion. The local government, individually, the 774 local government, now shares this 100 trillion budget. Are you here? All you will be seeing is, in each of those sections of the government, section of churches, and they are making provision ahead of time to secure this budget, and they paid their 10%. I bet you anytime, any day, the level of progress you will see will surprise you. Do you know there is insurance product? I'm talking about insurance policy that protects against inflation.
I don't know.
You will not know. There is insurance product that protects against, most times, natural hazards and societal unrest. Where, let's take for instance, the workforce may decide to embark on strike. You know, the productivity level of this country is measured daily. When you go to work, I go to work, what we worked out is it, yes or no?
Yes.
Good. We have a productivity index. We have market index. We have all share index for stock market. Now, in that index, will tell you how much that came, introduction price. Then, when people traded with it, because if I came with yam worth 200,000 and I sell it to you, and you're going to be reselling, maybe you're frying yam, the price has moved from the stage of 200,000 to more, yes or no? That is where you have value added tax. You see, taxation they pursue. After charging me taxation on my goods worth 200,000, they are moving ahead to charge you because the goods added value, because you're going to be cutting it in pieces to sell in retail, yes or no? Now, they did not recognize that something may stop all these opportunities. Maybe the yam may get spoiled, or you may have accident on the road and the vehicle will get damaged and all the yam will be picked up by people, maybe, how do I put it, urchins in the street. You understand? Now, if there is no insurance, there's no value added. Now, if the government and the families and the churches and all organizations, even schools, will always have a budget. Number one, because any business that you did not plan well must fail. And the only best planning for a business is called budget. Now, if your budget is equally not giving provision to between 5 to 10% of the total budget, total income you're making, you are bringing out 5 to 10% to secure it.
Okay.
This is a promise. I will make 1 billion, and I am taking 5% ahead of time to protect the 1 billion. Your budget will fail. Remember what we taught here at the first stage. Security means securing the first stage before you move to the next stage. So if you're not able to secure month 1, your income, you may not be able to use that income in month 1 to drive to month 2, because if you fail in month 1 and the insurance did not compensate you or indemnify you by giving you back the money you lost, you won't be able to have money again to move to stage 2. And by then, the budget will never come to light. Have you not discovered why Nigeria is the way it is? No church has a budget, and no budget of any church or school or families or business or government has insurance from 5 to 10%. I don't know if I've explained this.
You have, you really have.
This is the problem. We need to hear the truth that saves a nation, that makes a nation make progress. And that truth is what I just said. But the truth remains. Can we have now families, businesses? Because what we do here is business development, business management, business reorganization clinic. We are business development consultants. Whatever business you're doing, if church is not a business, why are they talking about money? If mosque is not a business, why are they talking about money? People don't understand the truth. If family is not a business, why are you talking about money? Anything you do that needs more income to take you to the next level is a business. You know, I've told you that before. And anything you do, when you don't get what you expect, or when you lose the one you even have, called loss, and you are in pains, it means you were in business. If a church or a mosque or a family or a hospital wants to carry out a project, and they started that project, and maybe a windstorm came and brought that business down, or fire destroyed it, and they suffered loss, it means they were in business. I am done here. Chat us on the handle and get your business or that your organization or your family begin to see life again. Thank you.
Thank you.